Alright.
Welcome back to the channel for another Commander game. So starting us off, I got Yennett. It's a mostly Sphinx tribal deck, and it's about cheating out odd mana spells.
And I am playing the Dragon, which is Dragon Tribal, and it's all about all the dragons all the time.
This is Magus Lucea Kane. She is my commander. She is X-Tribal. Literally all creatures, all spells, activated abilities. If you cast them as creatures, you can get tokens. If you cast it spells or anything, you get to copy that ability. Literally does a lot of fun.
All right. And that's Terry and Wayne, by the way. I'm Jonathan. This is Kynaios and Tiro of Meletis. It's a group hug deck, and it likes to give everybody extra lands and extra ramp.
It's been on the channel before.
Yeah, that's right.
Go ahead, Terry, or Wayne, you're starting us off first.
Yeah, right. Oh, draw for turn. I will play Rivendell. Rivendell comes into play tapped unless you control a legendary creature.
All right, I'll draw for turn. We have a nice little start. We're going to go ahead and play a command tower. I'll tap that for Soul Ring.
All right.
Pass.
He's ramping, take him out.
All right. I'll draw. I will just go ahead and play the Temple of Enlightenment. So I'll scry. And we'll put that on the bottom. And then pass to you, Terry.
I will draw for turn. I will play a Nomad Outpost tapped and pass.
Okay, untap, unkeep. So I will Shiv and Reef for turn and pass after that.
All right, untap. Are you a prisoner in the basement?
Yeah, right.
All right, I'm going to play an Exotic Orchard as my land for turn. I decided. Pass.
And
all right, I will untap. I will draw. I am going to play the saddest Bajuka Bog ever. As I need to. And then I will pass the turn.
All right, untap. Draw. I will play a Jungle Shrine tapped and pass.
Whoa.
I like most of the fair magic going on here. Except for this guy.
We don't know about that guy.
Yeah.
It's all going to help you guys.
We'll play Snow-Covered Island. Tap 3, play Midnight Clock. So taps for blue, blue and 2. Put an hour counter. At the beginning of each upkeep, I will put an hour counter on the 12th hour. 12th counter, shuffle my hand, graveyard in my library, and then draw 7 cards. And then I exile.
Okay. All right.
So your turn, get it to counter. Let me drop a dice.
I'll grab that for you. I'll play this Scalding Tarn as my land for turn. And then I'm going to use this for a green and 1. I'll play a Rampant Growth to go search my library for a basic land card. And then I'm going to crack this Scalding Tarn at the same time. That's cool.
Yeah.
And go grab an island or a mountain card. So I got an island for Rampant Growth, and then I got a Breeding Pool for my Scalding Tarn, which I'll shock in.
Okay.
And after that, I guess anybody want to cut? I'm going to go ahead and actually we'll leave it. Just go ahead and pass.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I will untap and draw. We will play an island for turn. Ooh, messing all my stuff up. And then I will go ahead and pass.
Untap. Draw.
Take it up.
I will play an Arcane Sanctum tapped and pass.
I like this. We got fair magic going on over here. Terry.
Bound Crag tap because I do not control a mountain or a forest, unfortunately.
What does it do again, though, when it goes off?
Shuffle my hand in graveyard into my library, draw 7 cards, and exile Midnight Clock.
Yeah. So just a new draw. Cool. Except for, I guess, if he dumps his hand.
Blue,
Yeah.
1, 2, tap for 3. Ingenious Prodigy for 3, so it will come in with 3 1/1 counters. Has Skulk, which creature cannot be blocked by creatures with greater power. Beginning of my upkeep, if Ingenious Prodigy has at least 1 or more counters on it, I may remove a counter and draw a card. Pass.
Alright, I will draw. Okay. So let's do this. I'll go blue, green, white, red, and cast Kynaios and Tiro of Meletis. Then I'm gonna go ahead and move to MIN step.
At your end step, I'm going to pay 1 and Vampiric Tutor.
Okay.
So let me go do that real quick.
All right.
So I went and got this card for Tutor. It goes on top, and I lose 2 life.
Okay. All right. So I'll go ahead and draw.
And it's draw or play land, right?
Yep. And then I'll also play land.
I'll just draw.
I will play a Vivid Crag tapped.
I'll try.
Okay. It's your turn.
All right, I will untap. I will draw for turn. I will play a Plains. Then we will do. We'll tap for 3. And I'm going to play Urza's Incubator, choosing Sphinx.
Your deuce is about to.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a response?
I don't.
Then
Responsive?
I think I might respond to that.
Please do.
I think I'm gonna.
to the cast or.
Yeah, to the cast.
Okay.
So I'm gonna arcane now that.
6.
So
if it resolves, you get to draw up to 2 cards at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep, and I'll get to draw 1.
I wish I had an extra mana.
Right.
I'm happy you don't.
I know, right?
Anything else?
So, and then what's the trigger for that again?
So at the beginning of next turn's upkeep, you'll draw 2,
Okay.
and I can draw 1.
Okay. So I'll pass the turn,
All right.
I will
Keep will go up to 7.
untap
Okay, so I'll draw 1.
and then I'll draw 2.
and draw. I will play land, the Plains for turn. I will tap red and 4. Put Warstorm Surge into play. So when I play creatures, target opponent and or I'm going to deal damage to
Yeah.
Any target.
Yeah.
any target.
Yeah,
And pass the turn. Unless anybody has any responses.
I don't. Touch out.
You don't have to read the cards if you guys don't want, because it doesn't really matter. Save you time. Unless it helps you, I guess.
Sometimes I've noticed that when I'll play something, or more than one when somebody else plays something, if it's a card that I'm not familiar with,
Right.
you know.
Cartwhistling Forest. Blue, red, green, and 1. Bring out Magus. Pass turn.
All right.
Go up to 9.
Okay, you guys ready to have some fun?
I was trying to.
All right, I'm gonna help you. Don't worry. Maybe we'll see what we got here. All right, so I play that as my land for turn. I have access to 8 mana. Can I do that?
If you let me look at your hand, I can tell you.
Right?
More than willing.
Actually, let's do this. I'm gonna use that, Soul Ring and a command tower for red, and I will play a mana flare. So whenever a player taps a land for mana, the player adds 1 mana of any type that that land produced.
Ooh, what have we done?
Yeah.
No, what you've done.
That's only for lands.
Yeah, only for lands. So I'm going to tap my Exotic Orchard for white. So I have 2 white, and then I'll tap a blue, so I have 2 blue floating. Use 3 of those mana to play this Loran of the Third Path. When it enters the battlefield, I get to destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. I'm going to choose Warstorm Surge.
All right.
Okay.
The salt will flow.
I'm giving you double mana, double mana.
It's true. Turn 5, you can already cast the Earth Dragon.
So I don't know if I helped or hurt the table there. All right, so
Well, you definitely get rid of that.
I still have 1 mana floating. It's a blue.
But it's what my deck does.
With
Yeah,
that
but
blue,
the fact that
I'm
somebody
gonna
would turn 5 digging.
play Wizard class. So I now have no maximum hand size.
I like that card.
I need to add that to this deck. Bad.
Who's got what in their graveyard? What you got in your graveyard?
I got a Vamp Tutor and Urza Incubator.
Man.
I have a Warstorm Surge in my graveyard, but then you already know that.
Okay, so I'm going to tap this for 2 green, 2 blue, right? I'll use 3 of those to play Eternal Witness. I'm going to return this Arcane Denial to my hand. I have 1 blue floating. Going to use that 1 blue in addition to these 2 blue to level this up till become a level 2. And then I'll draw 2 cards. Boom. Boom. Alright. Move to my end step. So I will draw a card, and then each player can either play a land or draw.
I will choose draw.
Okay.
I will play a land.
I'm going to also play a land, so I'll put a plains into play. And that's it. Yeah.
Alright, I will untap. I will draw. Are you tapped out?
Nope. I have 1.
Well, okay. But you got no blue. That's really the key. Tap for 2 blue.
Get them on the board quick, boys.
2. And then I'm going to play Consecrated Sphinx.
Ooh. Nice.
That's why I want to make sure you run a blue because I know what you pulled back. I'm going
blue and 1.
Ice.
Oh, we were going to have so much fun with that.
Nope. And I messed up my land too because I totally had a response.
No!
Right.
So we'll take 1 damage from using the Shitting Reef.
Then I'll cast the Resolve Signet. And I have to discard. So
You know your land's tapped for 2, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
6 mana.
Yeah.
I messed up. I should have tapped something different, and then I could have protected it, but I didn't think about it. So I'll discard the Conundrum Sphinx and pass, because I had a response, but I tapped wrong.
Untap.
Whatever.
Draw. And I will play a land for turn.
You don't want me to draw a bunch of cards?
So this center stack is now Wooburg because of the cards that I have here. So Wooburg and...
Well, don't forget they tap for double.
Right. So for basically Wooburg, which is double mana, I will play the Ur Dragon while everybody is.
And then you'll have 1 floating mana.
I do.
So you get to pick, I guess, whatever color you want it to be.
Yeah, whichever one you're floating.
Which I guess is important.
It is.
I will choose white.
Okay.
Actually, does it matter?
It does.
Well, I mean, you'll lose at the end of the turn.
Right.
In case you had something.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna choose green.
Okay.
I will tap this and roll down to 1. I'm gonna make this blue.
2 blue.
And I'm gonna play double major.
So you have a blue floating now.
I have a blue floating, but I also have 2 Ur Dragons.
except for it's not legendary.
It is correct.
No, you don't.
So you're targeting
Targeting
the double major. Got it.
And I have to tap 5 mana on my next turn.
Yep.
Wow. Saving the table. That's what I like to see. We're all working together.
I'm losing these spells at the beginning of my next turn anyway, so it's either
I
use them
will
or lose them.
pass the turn.
That's why That's why I played the Sphinx. I was like, he's gonna draw all these cards. I'm gonna get so many.
Untap.
Well,
And
this wasn't the play. I wasn't going to do that
upkeep.
because I knew he had that arcade denial,
this
and then
goes
you
to
tapped
12,
out.
this
And you
will
couldn't
trigger
cast
on
it. Like,
upkeep.
okay, now's the time to do it. And then she
Shuffle my
starts
hand
finishing
and
it.
graveyard. Oh, so they get these back. Oh, sweet. That's great.
All right.
Oh yeah, the shuffle in. Okay.
Upkeep, I draw 7. And then draw a step. I draw my card for turn. Guess now I don't have an upkeep trigger, so I can get rid of that. Alrighty. Play Maze of Ith. So I can tap it to untap a target attacking creature, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to me, or dealt to and dealt by that creature this turn.
I love that card, but I don't like the new art.
I haven't seen that one.
I like the old school Maze of Ith and the old school strip mine.
So I do have an upkeep trigger for that, but I won't draw a card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll play Astral Cornucopia for 3.
Wait, Haze of It taps for mana?
It does not.
Well, I didn't know if you had like a Yavimaya or anything.
So that'd be 2 then.
Well, they double tap for mana, remember?
2,
Yeah.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Yeah.
13, 14. 2, 4, 6, 8.
12, so you 4. Could be 4.
So I'll untap. I'll untap. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So this will be for 4 then.
Okay.
And since I use her ability to cast a spell with excellent mana cost, I will get a token of that, which will then also be able to tap for 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What's this one? You have 8. Is it of any color?
Choose a color, add 1 mana of that color to your mana pool for each charge counter.
So there's a copy
So
for you.
there's a copy. So now I have 2, 8, or 2, 6, 10 mana. I can have access to.
Yeah.
Thought we were going to play Magic because I'm sensing a whole lot of counter. Hey, you want me to counter that?
I just can't wait until I draw into mine. I can play this game too.
So I'm going to tap for 4, tap these 2 for 6. I'm going to play Gilded Lotus. Adds 3 more mana of any color in my mana pool. So that would be 7 then. Go into combat. Put a counter on that. I actually missed that last turn, but
Okay.
I'll pass turn to you after that.
Okay. So I'm gonna untap. Keep. I don't have any effects. Draw. Now we're going to shock in
I can turn off the
a
fan.
stomping ground.
None of this in circulation. It's not too bad.
I left the windows cracked over there.
Oh, tap this for green. So red, white, and green. I'll have one of each floating. I'm gonna cast Rocco the Street Chef. So at the beginning of my end step, each player exiles the top card of their library. Until your next end step, each player may play that card exiled this way. Whenever a player plays a land from exile or casts a spell from exile, I can put a +1/+1 counter on target creature and create a food token.
Is it only for 1 turn?
Yeah, it's until my next turn. Basically, you guys play that card.
So we can cast. Does it have to be with regular timing restrictions?
Yeah, so you'll be able to play a land whenever, but on your turn you can choose to play that land from exile.
And sorcery is only what we have
Yeah.
on that turn. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And when's that at?
At the beginning of my end step.
Okay.
So I'll be stacking some triggers.
Yeah.
So those 3 that I had floating, what I'm going to do is then tap a blue for 2 more. That'll be 5. And I'll go ahead and level this up to level 3. So whenever I draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on the target creature I control. Okay?
Not okay, but
I need
it will
that.
continue to play.
Then I'm going to... Let's move to my end step. Could be swinging some stuff, but I'm not going to do that. Screw puck, right? So we'll move to my end step.
Lies and innuendo.
Yeah.
Let's start off with Rocco Street stuff. So everybody's going to exile the top card of their library. Ooh, I exiled Approach of the Second Sun.
Exalt the Shire.
Toxic Deluge.
Crap.
Sanctum of Eternity.
Okay, and so until my next end step, each player may play the card that's been exiled. Okay. If you don't, then it stays exiled.
Yep.
All right, then we'll move to the next, the Kynaios. So I draw a card, which is going to trigger this. So I'm going to go ahead and put the counter on. Let's put it on this.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And you guys can all either put a land or
I will draw.
I will draw also.
I'm going to go ahead and play this Steam Vents tapped. And that's it.
Right. Now,
Why are you turning it back to me?
I will untap. I will draw. I will shock in the Godless Shrine. For the first thing, we'll tap for a black, a white, and a blue. So I'll use that to cast Yennett. With the one floating, I'm going to tap the Orzhov Signet, and I'll play Scroll Rack. All the people are just getting this crazy dog in the background. And then... and then I'll pass the time.
So untap, draw.
My dog's not vicious, y'all.
I do have a question. So the card that's exiled that I can play is
Yeah.
a land, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Is this my land for turn?
Yeah.
It would be.
It
Yes.
would be. Okay. Which is fine. I
Okay.
will play Sanctum
So
of
when you play
Eternity.
that, it'll trigger Rocco. I get to add a counter or something. I'm going to
Okay.
go ahead and throw it on Rocco.
I should have cast Toxic
I
Deluge.
thought you were going to.
But, like, I mean, I know I could, but, like, I'd have to pay a lot to take your thing out.
Yeah.
All of it. Well, I mean, these guys would be okay, but,
Well, you'd
like,
have to take it, pay at least 10 to 10.
but that's why I was like, well, why would I, get rid of all the small ones? And I was like, forget it.
So
Oh, I created a food token as well.
I will tap red, green, and colorless. So that's 2, 4, 6, plus 1 from Beer Dragon's Imminence ability,
Yeah.
and I will play Cloth.
So let's see what that do.
Cloth, when he attacks, for every dragon that attacks, I'm going to get X mana, where X is the total power of attacking creatures. So
Okay. I might have to.
Any responses? Wayne?
Do we feel like that's count? Like we need to counter that? I think.
Well, I mean, right now you can swing for 10 to
you
get
get-
10 mana.
Yeah.
hey,
I'm going to counter that. But you get to draw 2 cards.
I would rather have my creature,
Okay.
and that's immediately.
Yeah. Well, no.
No,
At the
no,
beginning of the
so
next.
my next turn.
That's the
Yeah.
arcane denial.
Yep. Sorry. Should have
Okay.
said that.
All right. I will go to my attack phase, and because you were so kind to me, I'm going to be so kind to you. Okay. That'll be
Attack trigger on the stack.
attack trigger on the stack, so I'm only attacking with 1 instead of 2 dragons, so I will draw a card,
Okay.
and I will play a permanent. I'm going to play Uthar Hellkite.
Okay.
Yeah, that will not track.
It doesn't trigger, right? But you have 10 commander damage in the air coming at you.
I am going to.
Take it?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Well, I could.
Now
There's some
the-
things I could.
remember the
Oh,
middle.
yeah. Okay.
I want it automatically reduces your life total as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed.
That's,
He
that's really cool. Which one is that?
It's called Lifelink, right? Is
Life
that-
tap.
Life tap.
Yeah.
And then
Now is that's Android or is that?
as my second main,
This is iPad.
I will
I think it's on both.
tap
It's free.
white and 2 and play Sunscorched Regent. So flying 4/3, and then when an opponent casts a spell, I put a 1/1 counter on Sunscorched Regent and gain 1 life.
Okay.
Any responses?
No.
Pass the turn.
Keep Ingenious Prodigy will trigger, so beginning my upkeep, I will reduce a 1/1 counter to draw a card,
All right.
and then on my draw step, I will also draw another card. So I will play a Shire for turn.
Give him the badge for knowing who the bad player is.
Shire enters the battlefield and tap unless you control a legendary creature. I can go 1 and a green to tap it to add tap an untapped creature to create a free token. Alright. Okay. So 2 red. 2 and 4. Play Chandra, Hope's Beacon. So whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, I can copy it. I may choose any targets for the copy. This ability triggers only once each turn.
That's a problem.
So that triggers your.
It does.
You got any responses to
I
that?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't know if I can. I'm gonna attempt to arcane denial it.
Oh, speaking of that, did you draw at the beginning of his? Your 2
I
cards?
did not.
Okay, so you're
I
supposed to do
will-
that. I'm supposed to draw 1.
Okay.
And then you'll draw 2 at
And
its
that's
upkeep.
another counter because of your
Because that
spell.
was the same spell he cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alright.
Yeah, mine's just the cheaper new version.
That's the old school one.
Legends, huh?
Nah, that's.
Oh, the flag. It looked like the little
The
pillar.
flag is
Arcady? No.
no. The V is Visions. The flag was I don't remember.
I can't remember either.
Legion?
Yeah, maybe it was Legion.
Legion.
Legions of.
No, there was a set called Legion.
No, this was older than that.
Yeah.
It's what, 96? Yeah.
Alright. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 18. Fall of the Titans for, 18. Have to have one. So 18, 19, 20, 21. So using 1 to cast, be 10 and 10. So Fall of the Titans deals 10 damage to each of up to 2 target creatures and or players. This was also used, so this will copy the spell once. So it'll deal 10, 10, and then 10, 10 again.
Oh boy.
So 4 targets.
Since you two are the ones counting my spells, 20 and 20.
Okay.
I only counted 1.
I mean, me too.
But it was one I really liked.
I also gave you double mana. Lots of card draw.
Enter combat. I'll put the 1/1 counter on Ingenious Prodigy. And this will go to the graveyard. Faster.
Alright, at the end of your turn,
Mm-hmm.
come on, Jake, let's draw a card.
All right. End of turn. Okay. Yeah.
And so, since I drew a card, I'm going to add a counter. Let's add the counter to my commander. Alright, so we're going to untap.
You get to draw 2, and I draw 1.
1, 2.
Draw. Ho, 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 ho. Should I do this?
Yeah, do it.
Should I do it?
Sure, why not?
I have two options here. I can play my Approach of the Second Sun from exile.
Yeah. I mean, you got 5 lives left, so brother.
It gives me 7 life right there.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to do that. So it sucks because I have another card I want to play, but okay, so here's my white. 1, 2, 3.
So isn't it
That's
4?
double, so that'd be 4.
Yeah, 4. Okay, yeah, 4. Let me see what other I got. What else I got in my hand? So I'll end up with
1 floating.
1 white floating. Okay. Make sure. It's white. Yep. So I'm casting Approach of the Second Sun.
Okay.
Does that resolve?
I got no responses.
I have no responses.
Okay. So.
The question is, can you draw 7 cards?
Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh dang! I was expecting the.
Narset's Reversal. Yeah, I don't have it.
That's what I was expecting. I was like, he was like, "I'll go for it." I was like, "All right, GG's."
I think that's how we won the last time I played that deck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he cast it. Narset's Reversal, drew all that, and then he cast it a second time.
So if I have to.
And that's how I came to loathe Jonathan.
Alternate win cons, man. You gotta love them.
Wait, these aren't tapped, by the way.
You're doing math.
I'm thinking.
I thought math was only for blockers.
I can't quite get there, guys. So I'm gonna do this though. I'm gonna go 1, 2, then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, leaving.
It's 14.
Yeah, double mana.
2, 4, 6, 8. That's 10 actually.
Yeah, so it's 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, right? Yeah.
And then the blue.
So I'm casting Pull from Tomorrow. So it's draw X cards and discard a card. So I get to draw 8 cards.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I have to discard a card. So we are going to.
Doesn't look like he has enough to be able to cast it.
I don't.
One more turn.
One more time.
Unless.
Well, he's probably not getting one more turn anyways. I mean, neither of us probably will.
So I drew 8 cards. I'm putting. Wait, this was 1. I'm putting 8 counters on Kynaios. So this will go to 9.
All right.
I'm going to discard. Dictate of Prefix.
How many spells have you cast this turn? 2? Or just the 1? You cast Cage
Just
Sun
one,
too, or
yeah.
you
That
cast
approach to the second zone. So you
Two,
can do-
yeah,
Yeah.
two. Approach second sun, yeah. And have I played a land for turn? No. So let's play. I'm gonna play this Misty Rainforest. I'm gonna pay 1 life to do this.
Okay. In response, I'm not going to stop you. I'm just paying 1 to do the scroll wreck. So 8 cards.
Okay. I mean, I could try to do something to deal with it right now.
Yeah, no. My intent is not to attack you with your dragon.
No, it's coming at me, probably.
Well, yeah, you just did 40 damage.
Well, I'm gonna help everybody out. Then I'll do something different. Okay. So I'm gonna play.
There's a pucker factor to my left right now, and
Let's tap these. So I have 1 white floating. I'm gonna cut a deal. So each opponent draws a card, then I draw a card for each opponent who drew this way. So I'll draw 3. You guys will draw 1.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna add 3 counters to Kynaios.
God, I really wish that consecrated sphinx would have made it to the battlefield.
that would have been nice.
I would have been here.
And the rest of us would have been dead.
And then I will move to my end step. So we're gonna trigger Rocco first. Everybody exile the top card of your library.
Path of Ancestry.
Utter end.
I got a
Sun Zenith.
Collective Voyage. And then we'll do Kynaios. So I'll get to draw, and I'll add the counter here. Damn it. And then we can put a land or draw.
I'm going to play Reliquary Tower.
I will also play Reliquary Tower.
I will
Nice.
play Crumbling Necropolis.
I'm going to play. I'm going to play Credit Crown Pathway. So when it enters, I'll put it on red.
No, that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my end step, sorry.
That was just triggers. That wasn't spells cast.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
are
those
triggers.
triggers.
That was a trigger. Or that was- okay.
That was an ability.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All right, I will untap. Draw for turn. All right, let's see. What do we want? So I'll play a Glacial Fortress. It comes in untapped because I have planes. Who has what in the way of instant sorceries in their graveyard?
I have a bunch of those.
I'll have Fall of the Titans, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Double measure is the only
Yeah.
one I have.
I got Arcane Denial, Rampant
Yeah.
Growth,
All right,
and Pull
I
from
think
Small, Cut a Deal.
I know what I want to do. So we'll tap this. It taps for 2, but we'll use 1 to cast Soul Ring. And we're going to tap the Soul Ring for Demir Signet. Then,
You still have one floating, correct?
yeah, I still got 1 colorless floating. We will tap for 2, 4, 6, and use that colorless floating. And I'm going to cast Chancellor of the Spires. So the first part is for if I had him in my opening hand, but the second part is when he enters the battlefield, I may cast a target instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard without paying its mana cost.
So this will be X and 0.
Yeah, I'm going to choose the double major and then cast it targeting Yennett. So I will get a copy of Yennett. That's not legendary, correct? It
is not legendary.
Okay. So we'll get a copy of Yennett. Then what we will do, we're going to tap this for 2, and we're going to use 1 of it to scroll rack. And we're going to do, 5. Yep. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will put those on top. Then... I still have 1 floating. We'll tap that into this for 2, and tap one of those into this for 3, and I'm going to play Herald's Horn, choosing Sphinx. We will go to combat. You don't have flyers?
Nope.
I'm going to swing Yennett at you for 3. I have an attack trigger. On the attack, I may reveal the top card of my library. If it's odd, I can cast it without paying its mana cost. I'm choosing so it's Kindred Dominance. I'm going to cast it without paying its mana cost. I'm choosing Sphinx, so I'll destroy all other creatures that are not Sphinxes.
So I have responses.
Okay.
First, well,
Go,
it's
I
not my
have no
turn.
response. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I meant to do this.
So you can cast that sorcery even though you're in combat right
Yeah,
now.
I may cast a card without paying its
Okay,
mana cost,
yeah.
and
It's creating a
a
special timing
yeah.
Okay.
situation for it. So I have nothing to stop it.
Okay, so I'm going to tap this to pay 2, sack this, gain 3 life. 1, 2, 3. Don't kill me. Draw. You want to draw a card?
I do.
All right, so let's draw a card. All right, and then I would get a counter, but it's not going to matter. And yeah, okay, creatures go bye-bye.
Okay, so that will resolve all creatures, and then you still have the 3 in the air at the commander.
So
I am going to put the Ur Dragon into
And
the graveyard.
Yeah, that was it.
yeah,
So let's been cast once. Let's go to the grid.
Because I thought you had a flyer, but
I am going to.
and then yeah, I'll just pass the turn on that.
Appreciate you helping me for not taking all that flying damage next turn.
Well, I think we needed a little reset.
Yeah.
Now if I can only get rid of those 2 artifacts.
Which are
I'll play a land for turn.
cornucopias.
Well, you had.
Oh yeah, but I didn't. It's only 1.
Yeah.
So red, black, and 2. I'm going to play Bladewing the Risen. When it comes in, I'm going to choose a target to return a dragon permanent from the graveyard to the battlefield. I will put the Ur Dragon into play.
I so want to do this on that cast, but I won't. I'll let it resolve.
You so want
Cool.
to do that on this.
Yeah, I'll let it resolve because I don't think he's gonna come at me anyways.
Alright, remember that here. So red, and 1 with 1 floating. I will put Laughless into play. Any responses?
Another non-token enters the battlefield. Oh. Nope. I ain't got nothing for
One of
that.
those was already tapped, correct?
No. I didn't have anything in the center tapped. I tapped here and here.
For that one.
Oh, I'm sorry, you were correct.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. So that's right. You put him. That's in.
Mm-hmm.
Tap to that.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Nah, you're good.
Okay. Again, I have 1 floating. So I know this is going to grab your hate, but I'm going to do it anyway. 2, 6 total, 7 with the 1 floating. I will play a Chronos Memorial.
Creatures you control have what?
Flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, protection from red and black.
I'm gonna tap 4. I can't let that one go. And render silent. So then you can't. You counters that spell, and then you can't cast spells this turn anymore.
Okay.
I don't think he's got any money to cast anything.
No, it really wasn't for the stopping him from casting. It was all those extra keywords.
He's about to kill somebody. Yeah.
I mean, maybe I should have let him kill Wade.
And because I have Summoning Sickness with all my creatures, I will pass the turn.
Untap.
I just kept getting... Each time I wanted to cast that because it progressively got worse.
Right. I was
Keep
I was
any more
hoping
draw for turn.
to tease it out of you before I played the Chronos Memorial because I really wanted that one to resolve.
No, for sure. I did consider it because I knew, because I have those, and I was like, oh, he's going to bring it back, duh. So I thought about it just to be like, oh, you're stuck in there now. But
Well, no, it could have been Command Zone. Definitely.
well, if I counter that spell,
So,
because
play
it's when it
Rejuvenating
enters, right?
Springs for turn. It enters
Right.
the battlefield.
Yeah,
Well,
so
that
he would
was
just be
two
stuck
more
in it
opponents
until
what they
something
have.
happened. You can't change him.
Yeah, you can. It can go to...
No, but what?
So
You
blue,
can take
blue,
your
and
commander.
2. Play Leyline of Anticipation. So I can cast spells as though they had flash.
And I'm afraid.
Both are a problem. This isn't my heavy counter stack. Where's that? Come here.
2. So red, green,
That will be exiled.
and blue to bring out Magus again. So this is exiled until my next turn, so the end of my next turn.
No,
No,
it's
hit-
to mount to the
So
next.
you have to play it this turn, otherwise it stays exiled.
Well, I can play it till his next turn.
Well, fair, yeah. Yeah, because of that now.
Yeah.
That's until your upkeep, correct?
And
No,
step.
instead.
And step.
Um, so go to combat. I'll put a 1/1 counter on Magus since that's the only creature I have. Pass turn.
Alright.
So this is the beginning of your next turn, correct?
No, end of
End
my.
of your next turn. Okay.
So yeah. I'm going to draw. I'm going to.
Oh, jeez.
Wait,
GG's.
1, 2, 3, 4. Skullwinder. So when it enters the battlefield, return target card from a graveyard to my hand, then choose an opponent. That player returns a card from their graveyard to the hand. And choose you to return a card from your graveyard to your hand. I'm going to grab this Arcane Denial.
Let's see what I got to choose from here.
Right, yeah.
There are a couple of cards.
Any card?
I think it's all for naught.
Well, this is probably true.
You casting?
Yeah.
I will return Chronos Memorial to my hand.
So I'm going to attempt to cast Approach of the Second Sun.
Doesn't it already, that's it, I think, right? Because of the way it works? It's the second
So-
time? Or does it?
If the spell is cast from your hand and you cast another spell named Approach of the Second Sun this game, you win the game.
So you've cast it.
Yeah.
But it still has a resolve.
If it
Oh,
resolves,
yeah.
then
So
he wins.
that has to resolve. I have no responses.
I unfortunately have no responses.
Yeah, the first one's just a cast, and then, yeah. Okay.
Go, Gadget Wayne.
And we're going to say I have one white floating, just FYI.
We're going to say it. It's not actually floating,
It's
but we're
floating.
going to say that.
Just
It's
letting
just
you
off in space. Like,
know. I never specified it.
Game's going to end, and the one floating's going to go, what about me, boss?
I'm gonna add that in there if this is
White
the end of
floating.
it. Just like it's a little plane. I'm gonna take the plane symbol, just be like, be like the dude from Super Mario Bros.
Not
Like
even-
an eye
not even
floater?
the plane, just the symbol.
Yeah,
The
that's
white
what
symbol.
I meant. Yeah, it'd be like the dude from Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Well, yay, it's over, but now there's no more. Or however, what are you supposed to do?
4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Being fired for 9, it cannot be countered, and damage can't be prevented. Dealing it directly to your face.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Let's see.
That'll work too.
So how much is the damage?
9. So you got to gain a life.
God, I hope
One life.
I do.
You scumbum.
I'm going to tap this for 2.
Could pump it for
And
3
I'm
more.
going to exile target creature, so I'll exile my Skullwinder and I'll gain 3 life.
4, 5, 6,
Hold
7, 8, 9.
It's on the stack.
Devils play for 8 more.
Okay. I'm going to counter that.
Arcane Denial. Come on, Wayne. That's it.
That's all I got.
All right, so Arcane Denial counters that. Swords, the Plowshare will exile your creature. You'll gain 3 life. 1, 2, 3. You'll take 9. Right?
Is it 3?
Yeah, 3. And then
Approach.
Approach the Second Sun will resolve. For Jonathan getting the win with his so-called group hug deck.
Look at this board. Look at this board.
Lies and innuendo.
Well,
Group
thank you all
hug.
for tuning in to another Commander gameplay. Stay tuned for more content like this. We'll catch you next time and have a blessed one. Take care.